Hey, welcome to all. Going to give you a little update here on our Cory cat set of aquariums here, and I'm going to let you take a peek at all of them. And what I start with here in feeding time is a cube of freeze-dried tubifex worms. This is one of the 3 foods I give them, and I'm going to see if I can't get all these guys in the same frame. Now, the guys on the bottom you didn't see last time. If you watched our first video, they are a new batch of Panda Corys. See if I can't get the camera to cooperate here. And I'm not sure if they're going to come to the top for that cube that I've put there. They normally feed them at the bottom. The Julii cats up top, there's a dozen, 6 per tank. They are probably now, as you can see, I'm going to zoom in here while they're feeding. We can see that female on the right, 2 of them, 3 of them. They're pretty fat. And of course, feeding like this on the glass, we can see their bellies, and I think we probably have at least 3 females on that side, and then the other side, a couple of those that seem to be feeding, those seem to be pretty fat, probably females too. So now these are much younger. The only ones feeding up that high are the neons. Kind of leave those in the tank for cycling reasons if I happen to have an empty tank. We'll give it a minute and see if any of those pandas come up. You can see there's one. They don't necessarily like it that high, and what I'm going to do on this next video, go back up here where we have a little more activity. What I'm going to do on this next video, these tanks at the top are 20 standards. They're a little bit tall for Corys as far as breeding and egg laying, etc. But we have the spawning mops in there. They've been in there for a month or so. We kind of want to let them get used to them. And believe it or not, a lot of these females have been kind of rooting around in those spawning mops. They kind of fool me. I come in the morning and I think there's going to be some eggs, but I haven't found any yet, so we will keep waiting. But anyways, what I started to say is I'm going to lower the water level by about 40%, and I'm going to do a little experimentation, see what happens. There's a nice shot there. Those guys all look fat to me. We may have to do a little moving around here and make sure we have some males. We may have more males on this left side. But anyways, they're probably now, going on 4 months. I'm sure we have another month or 6 weeks before we see any spawning activity, but I'm not positive how old they were when I got them. We were thinking 8 weeks or so, and they actually could have been a little bit less depending on how much the breeder fed them. They don't feed them a ton, they don't grow as fast. So anyways, there's the 2 tanks with the Juliis, and we started with the light on this morning, and we let them go a couple hours rooting around. I kind of like them to clean the tank up, and then once we fed them, they were really ready to eat. So anyways, these guys are feeding on freeze-dried tubifex worms. Unfortunately, where I am, we don't have any stores with any live food. And when I make a trip to Vegas, which I'm going to be there this coming week, I like to stop on the way out of town. There's a store, and pick up some live food. So they're really spoiled by that. Maybe that'll trigger some spawning too. So anyways, we're going to let these guys feed. You guys tell me, What do you think for females here? I'm pretty sure we've got probably at least 4 on that right-hand tank. And I'm not sure why we don't have as many feeding on the left side. But the right tank is bare, no substrate. The left tank just has a small amount of substrate, just enough to cover the floor. So let's take another peek here. Here are our pandas. Like I said, I put that cube up a little higher than I normally do, so they might be a little bit apprehensive as far as getting up that high. So not as much activity there. Those guys are quite a bit younger. You see them on the bottom. So another couple of months we'll grow out these pandas and hopefully have some spawning activity too. So anyways, I'm going to leave the video here for a minute or two and let you enjoy their feeding frenzy, and we appreciate you stopping by, and we will continue to update you. If you are still viewing at this point, you are a true hobbyist, and I appreciate your sincere loyalty. Guys, for now, Doug at Doug's World Tour, out.